From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Wednesday, March 5th. Drivers, first responders, and Lincoln Electric System crews have had a hectic time dealing with the aftermath of a late winter storm. Nearly 24 hours after blizzard-like conditions, Lincoln is still navigating some slushy roads. Power outages peaked at 5,000 to 6,000, with LES crews braving icy roads for repairs. Lancaster County responded to 80 motorist assist calls, one of their highest totals in years, while the Nebraska State Patrol handled 28 crashes and helped over 300 stranded motorists. Shifting from the storm's impact, Nebraska companies and farmers are facing challenges from recent U.S. tariffs on key trading partners like China, Canada, and Mexico. These tariffs have prompted retaliatory measures affecting agricultural exports like soybeans, corn, and cattle. During previous trade disputes, the Trump administration provided financial assistance to mitigate these effects, but concerns remain over the long-term impact on market stability and international trade relationships. Representative Mike Flood acknowledged the tariffs could strain farmers temporarily.
That adjustment period means that we have to make sure that farmers and ranchers are taken care of while these situations resolve themselves, that I'm going to be supportive of doing whatever I can to maintain the bottom line of the men and women that feed the rest of the world.
Meanwhile, U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts addressed federal job cuts, sharing that Elon Musk advocated for keeping essential employees while letting others go.
It's only 44 days into the new administration, so it does take time for this to make its way through the bureaucracy. And of course, we'll have to take action in Congress to be able to right-size that budget for our fiscal year 26 budget.
As Nebraska grapples with federal policies, Governor Jim Pillen has signed an executive order banning all China-owned apps and software, including TikTok, Shein, and Temu, from state networks and devices. He stated the move is to protect Nebraskans and prevent adversaries from hacking state data and infrastructure, calling it common sense governance. At the state capitol, the Government, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee discussed two bills on voting. LB 541, introduced by Senator Rick Holdcroft, would eliminate online voter registration, restrict mail-in registration, require a reason for early voting, and mandate hand counting of ballots. Supporters cite concerns from the 2020 election, while opponents argue the current system works. Election officials warn the changes could cost taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars. The second bill, LB 586, would provide assistance for voters unable to vote in person. In the Judiciary Committee, a bill aims to expedite removing squatters by allowing law enforcement to issue citations and give them 3 days to prove legal residency. Failure to do so could lead to arrest. Opponents argue the bill unfairly shifts the burden of proof, while supporters claim squatting is a safety risk. Shifting gears to sports, preseason All-American pitcher Mason McConnaughey will miss the remainder of the 2025 season due to an arm injury suffered during last Friday's win against Sam Houston. Head coach Will Bolt expects a full recovery and McConaughey's return next season. Lastly, 48 high school girls basketball teams from across Nebraska are in Lincoln today competing for state championships. For the full bracket, schedule, and ticket info, visit our website. Stay tuned to 1011 Sports for updates online and at 10. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat. Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.